RDMM. What is up with the squad? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building with Rob the Man Media. Rob, what's up? It's Hot Take Wednesday. What's good?
Man, it's Hot Take Wednesday, man. My first show of 2025. So hey, it's up. It's up. Yeah.
It's up. It's up. What's good? What's good? What's good? MJ, I see you over there. Bree Wayne, what's happening? Oh man, we ain't talked. It's been so much. It's been so much basketball, so much sports. I don't know where to start. Let's
This BTA, South Carolina put on Texas, I tried to tell you Texas wasn't who they thought they was. That's why I sold that stock early, baby.
I wasn't no believer. I kept saying I don't think so. They not SEC, but Madison surprised me. So off game, defense play, combination. What did you think?
Man, first off, prayers to Ashton Watkins, tore ACL. Let me start there.
Absolutely. All right, start there. I forgot. I ain't talked to you. This your first one in 2025. I forgot. That's right.
Yeah. This is my first show of 2025, so I got to start off there, man. Man, prayers to her, speedy recovery, and hope she gets back fast. But outside of that, what South Carolina did is what they should have did to Texas. I like the direction where we going. Defensively, more in tune. But sometimes, we still let people turn the corner. But outside of that, man, we straight. But the one thing with South Carolina, the only way you're going to beat them is you got to be able to shoot. And if you can't shoot, it's going to be a long night of hell. That's just what it is. And that's what you see from Texas, that you got kids that can turn the corner, they get downhill, but they can't shoot. And if you can't shoot, it is what it is. Just that simple.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But she's supposed to be able to shoot. That's what threw me off.
It's different. It's different when them lights on you.
So what? Okay. So you think it was more lights? Because me, I was impressed with the defense that Bree Hall played on Madison. Like I was impressed with the way she attacked. I was impressed with the way she locked in. I was impressed with just the total approach. I thought it was perfect. I thought it frustrated the hell out of Madison.
I don't think Texas put her in a position to go score. She had to work too much to get to where she needed to get to. And they didn't run those sets for her to make the game easy. But once again, when them bright lights hit and it's time to go get a bucket, you find out who people really are.
Yeah, you do. You do. What other teams have impressed you? What other teams have impressed you since the last time we talked? Like LSU played Vanderbilt the other night. Did you see that one? What did you think?
LSU gonna be undefeated until they get to South Carolina. Like that. That's what I would say to it. LSU is still like they got a rotation, and they finally decided that hey, listen, we gonna go through these three people, and everybody else fit around them. They finally figured that part out, that piece out. But LSU gonna be. I don't see nobody knocking off LSU. I thought it was gonna be Tennessee, but when I watched Tennessee play, man, who was they playing the other night? I can't think of the teenagers playing the other night. They couldn't make shots. I can't think of the teenagers playing the other night. No, it was Oklahoma. Oklahoma. That's what I was watching. Tennessee, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watched that, because I watched that game like from start to finish, Margaret Reagan barely had to watch them, And I'm like, damn, this is gonna be Tennessee's biggest problem. They can't shoot. They got athletes. They can defend. But if you put the pressure on them where they got to shoot the basketball, it's some problems. So that kind of opened my eyes because nobody's really been able to show that from Tennessee to make them have to shoot the basketball. And in that game, it made them you start to see like their deficiencies start to pop up. But if you get them in an open court game, Tennessee gonna be some problems. But if you slow it down and make it to a half court, grind it out game, that's where Tennessee struggles. So it's going to be when Tennessee and South Carolina meet up or them at LSU, it's going to be kind of interesting to see. I think LSU and Tennessee going to be more of an up and down game. But when they get to South Carolina, they game gonna get played in the half court, and you gonna have to make shots. And I just don't know. I don't know if Tennessee can make enough shots because I was buying Tennessee stock, but now when I'm really breaking them down, I'm like, I don't know if they can make enough shots to win games.
But they should. For me, they couldn't close. They had 2 games at home that they should have closed. That I mean, I, I didn't even like the play call to try to close the game. The threes that they shot. Um. So there's that for Tennessee. Reagan Beers. Yeah. Any update on Reagan? Is she healthy? Is she back? I know she went out with the shoulder. Will she be back this week to play against us? Have we heard? Yep.
Man,
Let
the
me
only
know.
thing I feel like Reagan Berry got screwed in that Texas game because they would have beat Texas, but they was calling some crazy little piece of junk fouls on her, man. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to push up Texas to play against South Carolina, and you see how that went.
Oh yeah. So we calling this the gauntlet that we're going through. Who's the next big test that you see for South Carolina?
One, it's got to be for me when I look at like the big test. It's got to be somebody. They got to have guards, but they also got to have at least one point player that can cause problems. Let's see. I don't know if Oklahoma's ready for the task yet at hand. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Oklahoma's ready for the task for South Carolina yet. That's what Reagan Bridge playing or Reagan Bridge not playing. I just don't think they're gonna be up for the task. Tennessee, that's gonna be an up and down game, but that's gonna be played more in the half court. It's gotta be LSU. LSU is a game I got circled on the calendar. In the SEC. I don't really think it's nobody else in the SEC that's gonna really challenge them outside of LSU. That's just me personally. So for me, I gotta say LSU is one. I put Tennessee number 2. Ole Miss can't shoot, but they can defend their butts off. So that's not a factor. Mississippi State's not a factor. Florida's not a factor. Like when I'm breaking down the SEC, I'm like, man, the only team that you can look at is LSU. Really, that's this circle number
What do you
1.
think about Kentucky? What do you think about Kentucky?
Kentucky's solid. They don't got enough scoring. I like their coach. I love their coach. I love their coach. Don't get me wrong. I love their point guard. I just don't think they got enough scoring to get them over the hump. But they can't. One thing I will say is when it comes to the half court, they're going to be proficient. They're going to be proficient in the half court. They can shoot the 3. They're starting to get better as the season go on. Because they were struggling at the beginning of the season with just finding that foundational how they was going to play, what was going to be their identity, things like that. But Kentucky's starting to turn that page to start to find the identity of who they're going to be. So they can play in the half court. I like Kentucky.
You like them? Okay.
I like Kentucky,
but LSU the
LSU,
tougher matchup.
LSU because LSU presents the most problems. Excuse me.
What are the challenges? What are the challenges that you think that you see LSU presents?
LSU just can match our guard for guard, right? They can match South Carolina guard for guard. They gotta. It's gonna be now with Watkins not playing. Who's gonna guard? Morrow? That's what I'm looking at. Who's gonna guard 24 for LSU? Because she's gonna rebound. She's gonna hit the glass. And she can cause problems. But they also got another big they play with her at times. And when they play another big and they put her actually at the true 4, it can cause problems because she can shoot it from the outside. She can shoot it. She can score on the inside. She can post up, taking mid post. She can do a lot of different things. So that's why I say LSU. It's got to be somebody with some guards, but it's somebody with a big that can score all around. That's what's gonna cause problems.
Chloe and Joyce. I think Chloe. To me, in the first game, Chloe played Anisha too. They canceled each other out in the first matchup. I'll let Chloe get down there and bang. I'm gonna let Joyce get down there and bang. See, the thing about Morrows, I got 6 to throw at her. And even if one person goes off, what do the rest do? Like like they got guards, but we got guards.
Yeah,
So
but so here's the thing. All right, I get you gonna do that, right? Who's guarding? Who's guarding 12? You putting Raven
who
on 12?
who is 12? I don't even know 12. I don't even know their numbers like that. You
Uh,
got to tell me their name.
um,
Who you talking about?
what the heck is her name? The
Who? Caitlin
sophomore.
Gilbert?
No, the
Who
sophomore.
you talking about?
Michaela.
Who's guarding Michaela?
Yeah,
Probably Fagan. You probably have Fagan over there.
you got
You
Fagan.
can put Bree over there. Who
Who?
guarded 12 last year? Who guarded MK Dub last year?
She came off the. She came
Right?
off the bench. She came off the bench last year.
But who guarded her?
I can't remember who guarded her.
No, I'm asking in the chat.
And
I'm
then you
asking in the
got
chat.
because I know they gonna probably game plan for Fly J, right? Because they gonna but Michaela's really
I
been the
think you
one that's
got to.
been going off.
Yeah. Bree can guard Michaela. She just guarded Madison, so it probably will be Bree on her first. If Michaela start, it'll be Bree on her first.
All right, who's guarding off the bench? Because that's where I think for LSU to win, that's
Off the
where
bench, off the bench, then I'm still going with my. I'm still going. We still probably going with length. It's probably Tessa on her then. But off they bench, who gonna guard? Who gonna guard my 12?
I think Fly J gonna take that matchup personal.
Oh, we saw that last year.
I
We,
think she
we
gonna
saw
take
that.
that.
We saw that last year. Who off they
I
bench?
think they're
Who
gonna
off they
take that.
bench?
I think she gonna take that one personal for sure.
I think I know
But
our 12 gonna take it personal. But off
but
they bench, who guards Maddie? Who guards
but
Maddie
here's
off they bench?
here's my thing with LSU is that when you look at that matchup, I'm having Fly J off the ball and impact the game. I don't want her to be the primary defender uh against that just because she can help. I'd rather have her as the help defender than have her as the primary defender and use up one of the players on the bench. Because they got solid defenders on the bench for LSU.
So when they get up off their bench, match their bench with my bench. So when Maddie gets up, who guards Maddie?
I can't think of her. I can't think of her number off the top of my head. Don't get me wrong, because I watch a lot of college basketball.
No, I feel
I
you.
just know about faces. Faces and numbers.
Tell the number. Well, we'll look it up. Tell the number. I'm about to put their roster up.
Um, I was just looking at this the other day. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
So
I
good.
literally just thinking about this the other day. Give me 1 second.
Let's move on. Okay, so there's like Flau'jae, there's Anissa Morrow, there's Kaylin Gilbert, there's Michaela Williams, there's Jersey, there's Last Tier Poa,
Michaela
80
Williams.
yards.
Michaela Williams gonna be the X factor in that game. That's gonna be the X factor.
We figured that.
Yeah.
But Big Fo, like you said, is gonna take it personal. And so, and the thing I noticed, we was just talking about this about LSU is what's their offense? They pretty much do a whole lot of one-on-one type basketball when they.
Yeah.
So we'll defend that.
But the thing about it is when it comes down to that, and that's why I said when it comes down to South Carolina, and that's one of the things when you get to LSU is they guards play a lot of one-on-one, but they also open the door a lot for you to get downhill and attack the bigs. And so LSU biggest thing is they know they're gonna miss a lot of shots and they're gonna go rebound the glass.
Mm-hmm.
And so are you willing to get dirty in that game to understand like this how this game gonna be played? It's gonna be played a lot physical.
Oh, NCLA? Oh yeah, we gonna get dirty. When sandstorm go off, the sand start flying. This
What,
gets
what
dirty
I
right then.
what I'm looking at because they don't have a
Who off they bench guards Joyce?
Morrow's gonna play majority of the game, so she's gonna end up guarding because she plays majority of the game. She don't really come off the floor for them.
Oh, she probably gonna be wore out.
Yeah, she don't really come off the floor. She don't really come off the floor for them.
Oh yeah, we playing to foul all them out.
Yeah, I forgot I did watch the LSU.
That's a lot.
I did watch the LSU versus Tennessee game. I forgot about that.
Who did you think?
Tennessee. I mean, LSU really didn't win that game, but Tennessee pretty much gave them that game because they can't shoot. That's pretty much what it is.
But it's crazy to say they can't shoot and they made 30. You know, they shot 63 threes and made 30 threes. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, you can only shoot threes. You don't. They can't. Y'all. There's nobody that shoots middies. You can't attack. Well, Talasia Cooper attacked the
But
basket.
but
I give him that. But goodness
that's
gracious, come
coaching
on.
though. That's coaching though. You know what I'm saying? All we gonna do is shoot threes. We're not gonna shoot no mids. We're not gonna. It's either layups or threes. That's what's gonna get you in trouble. Because when you get into the big time games, when the refs let you just play, man, that ain't going down like that.
Is that something that Kim can learn though? Is that something that she can fix by March?
Yeah, but see, the thing that I don't like that LSU don't do is they don't put 24 in the mid post like they should, because that's what she could cause problems with them. If she goes mid post, low post, you know what I'm saying, they can really cause some problems. Now, what LSU has done, LSU has went smaller because they used to go bigger, but they went a lot smaller lately. Because they've been starting number 8. They've been starting number 8 at the center spot lately. And they've been pretty much running like 4 guards, as Morrow being the bigger guard.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about
So
it is,
8, that's Jersey. I
yeah,
got it. I
yeah,
don't know that now. 8, that's Jersey.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So
She's not a she's like a she's just out there to rebound and just cause a space. She ain't out there really causing a factor offensively or anything like that. They got the
I
other
just
4
think
guards on the floor.
so. So who's guarding
It's
Tessa
it's kind
and
of,
who's guarding
to be
Pow
honest
Pow?
with you, but to be honest with you, LSU and South Carolina is kind of like an even matchup right now, as far as production wise, not talent wise, production wise, of the way the landscape lays out against matchup versus matchup. It's kind of even across the board. It's really no difference. But talent wise,
So
LSU has more talent. I
the
mean, I said
difference,
South
I
Carolina
think
has more talent.
the difference for me production wise is who we produced against and who they produced against. We
Yeah.
produced against They produced against cupcakes. We produced against ranked teams. So I don't know if they production really looked the same
So
for me like
how do
that.
you break down the LSU versus Tennessee game? Right? Does that not count for production?
But I had LSU 2 and Tennessee 3. So I didn't to me for that game I expected LSU to beat them. So coming into the SEC, I went SC, LSU, Tennessee, Kentucky. That's how I thought they would stack up, and then all the rest of them, y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
So for me, I expected them to have more talent, have more. So to me, their core is better than any other core in the SEC except for South Carolina. But when I look at how we played them last year, like uh, I don't think that they have anybody that matches up really like Flau'jae and if you go put Flau'jae on lay, that's a whole lot of work Flau'jae got to do on defense 1-on-1, right? And then to ask her to produce for 40 minutes. That's the thing. That's the problem I think they have. They're not going to be able to go as deep as we go. It's different for you to play 40 minutes and you playing against the starters and then you get a break because you still out there and they bench come in. But when our bench come in, our bench outscores our starters. So for 40 minutes, you are working, 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 working. They got to catching cramps and stuff last year and they was at the crib.
Yeah.
So are they gonna be able to go deep enough into their bench? I love Kaylin Gilbert. I love what Kim is trying to do down there. I just don't think that they're number one. I don't think that they had the chemistry, and then I just don't think that they have the matchups. And I know like even with Ashlyn out, Sakima Walker is coming. You're gonna have to deal with her. She came out there and showed y'all when she want to be. She's a bucket. She's a problem down there. Dowda, she might not score, but you gonna know you was down there with Dowda. She's boxing
Oh,
out. She's
she gonna
burying
get some
you.
hard
She's
fouls.
touching you. She oh, absolutely. She's pesky as hell. They gonna have to work, and I don't know that they're gonna be able to handle that pressure in CLA. I just don't see it happening. They gonna come in undefeated, but they leaving with the L.
It's I mean, it's still time for that, you know what I'm saying? Because they gotta get in shape. I think that's LSU biggest problem. They gotta get in shape.
I don't understand how they not in shape when they playing 40 minutes.
Come on, it's a difference in playing somebody for 40 minutes and just going through the motion for 40 minutes because you ain't really playing nobody. You
Well,
don't you could go through the motions and still not be in shape. Like come on, look at the cupcake games they've been playing. They turn it on. They turn it on when they want to, and a lot of the times it's like a day school one-on-one basketball. They ain't really have to work. That's gonna get them into trouble in the long game because you're not playing anybody. It's gonna get you in trouble in the end because when you get to the big time games and you need them players to play hard, they can't play hard because they even play so many games where they're not used to playing hard.
Well, you
So
know what else though? I think they expected the SEC to be a little bit tougher. The bottom of the SEC is looking like basement, like bottom of the barrel type stuff. It's like so you're not sharpening yourself every night
yeah,
like you was in the years before. Because some of these teams, it's like, oh, this is y'all are horrible when you
uh,
when you see them.
man, a lot of these.
I was surprised at the Vandy game. That game surprised me. The
It,
LSU Tennessee game didn't surprise me as much as the Vandy game.
but it goes back to one of them things, man. You going through the motions. You know, them January games is always the games where people start going through the motions. Like, man, we just trying to get to February. We just trying to get to March. Like the January games, them dark games were like, man, look, all right, we going to conference
But
play. We playing common people that we see every year, but it's also like we know we got more talents than you, so we just want to get out here with the win. And you can see that with LSU, like, damn, man,
I
they don't
mean,
be putting in the focus every game.
Big Fo said she was bored playing the Cupcake team. She said she was
Yeah.
tired of it. So they not a team that can hit the switch and just turn it on come February.
But you
What
got to
is
think
it?
Big
So
Four.
is this coaching? What is this now? Who's supposed to get them ready then?
That's on the head. That's on pretty much on the head coach in the scheduling piece of it, right? Because Big Four, she want to play against the best of the best. She want to play against the big talent. She used to playing in big games. She ain't trying to play these cupcakes, but I get why Kim is doing it this way, right? You come in with a new team, you trying to build chemistry, you trying to build a rotation, you trying to figure out who gonna be the eggers you gonna count on when it gets to March. That's why she do it. It ain't for no other reason. And if you got a certain amount of losses, what kind of seeds you gonna get? She ain't trying to risk seeding in the NCAA so she can host an NCAA tournament so she can get the easiest path to get to the Final Four. That's what it's all about. But in the end, you're gonna fall short because you ain't played nobody. And so when you get to them big time games and you need your big time players to show up, they're not gonna be in condition because you either blowing teams out, your bench is playing, which is a good thing, but it also is a bad thing because now when you get to big time games, you need your starters to go. They ain't got no legs because they ain't used to playing those type of minutes. So those are the pros and cons of it. Is what are you willing to risk in that situation? Like,
Mm.
yeah, you can take this cupcake game and you can win. Your bitch can play, which is a good thing because you want them to have experience because you might need them at the end of the season. But then also, the con of it is your starter's not really playing in meaningful minutes. So now you're not taking possessions. Like, possessions don't mean anything in the end. And so you're being more lackadaisical with the ball when you get into big time games. Pressure start busting pipes. So it's a lot of things that could happen. I don't like the way Kim Monkey schedules. I'll be fine. First person, I don't like it. I think it's like I want to compete. I want to play against the best. So that's just me. I want to know what we
I
got.
still think that they thought that playing through the SEC would be like playing against most of the best if those teams were who they
Yeah, for sure.
especially if Texas was SEC ready, if Oklahoma was SEC ready, Alabama is up and down. They look they look like just unrecognizable, right? At times, and then at times it looks like okay, Essex Cody and Green got something going, and I don't know if that's what just because Barker is out. I don't know if that's coaching. I haven't watched him enough, but in the spots that I seen, it's like sometimes it's like who are you, and then sometimes it's like okay, it looked like they doing something here. Kentucky, like you said, they starting around the corner. Florida, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened at Florida. Some of those players may need to consider not being at Florida. I
Yeah,
expected to see.
you know what happened to Florida?
Oh, please help me understand, because
They should have never put one of them sister coaches on their team. That's what I'm gonna say.
oh wow, okay. So then, what do the young people do? Like, uh, Miari O'Neal, like Liv McGill, like this is talent that to me should be starring in the SEC. This is talent that should be developing, that we should be seeing like on a totally different type of trajectory. And it's not. McGill looks great every night. O'Neal hasn't looked the same since the first concussion. I'm just, and then you also have kids, little kids down there. I'm concerned. Is it well? How do you fix it? I guess is the question.
You got to go back to the drawing board. It's everybody's got to get connected. One of the things that you look at Florida, there's no identity. You said it right there. Kids that should be dominating in the SEC, but guess what? If you don't got no identity, it don't matter. Like, you got to have identity. What is your identity, right? When you turn on the table, you look at a team like, all right, what's that team bringing to the table? You don't know what Florida's bringing to the table because every game it looks something different.
You absolutely right. You absolutely right. And that to me that's I don't know. I'm looking at the coach.
Yeah, but I don't think the coaching staff's on the same page.
Oh well. So then you have to go to the AD because like who holds, somebody got to hold everybody accountable. I don't know where the buck stop as far as like what the hierarchy actually looks like, but that like somebody needs to be held accountable. Like
man, you got talent there. You got kids playing on their own agenda. That's basically what it looked like. Kids playing for their own agenda, and somebody playing to get to WNBA, and some players they just out there. That's what it like to me.
They getting their books and everything. Like they getting their education. I understand.
They getting their education. They getting their NIL money and moving on.
I don't know how we're gonna fix that because there will be people that will come just to get that NIL money and be moving on. So, you have to be able to find that balance.
So how do you?
What's the team that's? Oh, go ahead.
How do you feel about Florida State right now? I mean, they got a bucket down there, but I don't know how you feel about them.
I'm not impressed. I done watched a couple games, and I watched specifically because they was like Latson gonna cook Raven, and so it was like I need to see Latson, and then when I saw Latson, it's like bucket, but can't be stopped. And then where are you leading your team to? Because the ACC ain't really that tough. Yeah. Like, can you compete against Notre Dame? No. Can you compete against North Carolina? I don't know. Can you compete against Louisville? Not if Louisville's on.
Everybody whooping up on Duke.
Oh, I can't believe that.
That's disappointing. I'm like, this is disappointing, man.
Listen, I expected more. I expected more from Coach Lawson. I expected more out of Coach Lawson. I think and then I'm not gonna say that I think her seat's heating up, but there's some coaches that I feel like are in danger right now. Texas A&M, I'm concerned. What, Joni?
I'm not even gonna hold you. I want my girl from Rutgers to transfer, man. She disappointed. The head coach got a disappointment because I want to see her against Juju. I want to see that.
You wanted to see, but she didn't earn to play against Juju. You got to earn that though. You can't be bigger than the program. Let's talk about it. I don't care what happened.
I don't care what happened. Go there because I've been waiting.
I didn't know if you've been moving around and stuff. So yeah, let's talk about it because I done talked about it a few times. So what I saw when I went back and did everything was she got benched in the game at home. She was playing in Maryland. To me, she was pressing, trying to. I don't know if she had wanted to go to Maryland or whatever, right? Kiyomi is a bucket on the offensive from the offensive side. She got work to do on the defensive side. So she got benched. Then I see people like eyewitness reports like she's in the game hollering at players. She's hollering at coaches. I went back to watch the game from the angles that I saw. I only seen her throw a tantrum against with the referee that was like, "Yo, you can't do that and yell in the ref's face. You stepped out of bounds." Then there's reports of how she went down to South Carolina, her and her dad, and at the high school, and you see the video where she talking about South Carolina. Then you get sat down. You get your coach say you don't play. I don't know what happened. Some people say she put her hands on somebody in the locker room. Fights happen. I don't know. Disagreements happen with coaches. I don't know. Where I took the issue was the Instagram post. That was the part for me that was like you can't be bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, so what happened was how we found out Kiyomi wasn't playing was Kiyomi put out a post that
Oh
said
yeah,
to
yeah.
my
Oh yeah, yeah.
fans.
I thought it
Yeah,
was something
that right
different.
there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see
No,
that.
that right there, I took issue with that. And then you didn't stop there. You continued to post and like stuff after that. To me, that's the bigger than the program piece. To me, if whatever it was, you take your punishment, you sit down, and if you really want to play Juju like that, then get your team to the Big Ten tournament to go see Juju. This wasn't your only chance to play Juju. Who are you? If it mean that much to you, get with your team and go lead them there. Because right now you let them down, and you let them down in Maryland and got benched. You were suspended earlier this year for missing practice. You a freshman at the school. What are you missing practice for? To the point that you had to get suspended. See if that then you bigger than the program, bigger than the program. And you at Rutgers, not because Rutgers wasn't your first choice like that. Gino backed off you, Dawn backed off you. You had feelings about that. So it's a certain way you got to show up as a professional and as an NIL and as a brand and as a face of a program. So yeah, it should have all stayed it should have all stayed in house, and it could have if you would have just sat down and then when they asked the coach, we didn't see Kiyomi on the floor tonight. Then the coach addresses that. So that's what I took issue with. So to me, then just like I said, because of the way you showed up on social media, you had to sit down again. Now we understand. We all in line. Now when she shows up again, then she goes for 33. So that was my thoughts on that.
The whole situation is you knew this before you recruited this kid, and the only reason why this kid came to you because she knew she can get that off. Do you think?
Thought she could get it off.
But here's what I'm saying to you. If she was at any other program, do you think she pushed that Instagram post out? Because that's about respecting your coach right there.
Like, so it depends. It depends on the program. If she was at Arizona, probably because of the way I'm seeing Ja acting down there. So right, yeah, so it's some programs that I think
Let's just say.
But if she was at like a Notre Dame or South Carolina or UConn, hell no.
Yeah.
But no, that's because they're not doing that. They're not going for that.
It's about the respect of the head coach. That's what that's more about to me. Like when you bring this kid and you spend all that NIL money to get that kid to keep that kid in state at home, they feel like they own you. You can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? And people I'm all for paying the player, but these are the things that come with paying the player. And I try to tell people this, and everybody like, no. The player is going to think they're bigger than the program when they make more money than the coach's salary. Think about that logically.
Yeah. No,
when this kid is getting more money than the head coach, they're going to do what the hell they want to do. And
walking in with a backpack like I can cash you out.
The thing about it is, if the head coach go do anything crazy, guess what? I'm transferred. I don't need you. I can go. My talent is going to outweigh me to go to play at another program that cares about winning because you don't care about winning.
So here's the thing. If your talent outweighed like that, why you ain't at a winning program already? Where you going? What winning program are you headed to? You think you headed to Geno now? You think you headed to Don, Notre Dame, USC, UCLA? Where you going? What winning program you going to?
They're gonna pay her. No matter.
Ooh.
A kid that can go get you 30 on any given night, they gonna pay her.
She was that kid before.
I know. They didn't pay her. But the thing about it was she wanted to stay at home because she wanted all these special privileges that these other
she wanted to stay. What? So I don't know if Notre Dame was on the list. I know South Carolina wasn't. There wasn't an offer.
You know why?
From what I understand.
You know
from what I understand, UConn.
Here's why you know. Here's why you know it wasn't no offer for South Carolina. Don Staley looked at her character and said, "We don't want that type of kid. She's not selfless. That's the key."
Oh, yeah. She's not Gamecock material. But is she a Husky?
No, but I can tell. Listen. I can tell you one place she can go.
Tell me.
LSU. Kim Mulkey gonna let it.
So okay. Now see, here you go. Because now when we was having the conversation, when we was having the conversation before, we said, can she go to LSU? And they said no. They got too much going on down there. No, I said LSU. Go back on my life. I threw it out there. They said no, absolutely not. Kim not touching her because of the talent that she already got. She ain't gonna interrupt that. I'm telling you. And Political Lil was saying Kim Mulkey passed. So I don't
And
know if
that's
I don't even know if LSU was in the conversation.
I listen right now. If she transfer right now, I guarantee you Kim Mulkey will get on the phone with her. They get, we need that. That's a bad. That's they what? Man, Kim Mulkey gonna take that.
Maybe Mississippi State. I said Texas A&M. I
Have
said Ole
I don't
Miss. I said Ole Miss. I said Coach Yo need offense. Ole Miss. But that's
think
not nobody that you thinking is finna go win no national championship.
I don't think people like go look at Kim Mulkey's history. She's had players that's been headaches in the past. Has been headaches.
But
She
with what she's
she
doing,
would.
what she's
But
doing
see,
right now, do you think she'll
here's
add the headache?
but here's the thing that people don't understand. What she can do at Rutgers, she's not going to do that at LSU. That's what y'all
You
don't
mean
understand.
you mean as far as like the acting out and all of that? Is that what you mean?
Yes,
Okay.
because guess what?
So go ahead.
Kim Mulkey ain't gonna be afraid to put your ass on the bench and keep you there.
Do you think Coquise is afraid to keep her on the bench?
Yes,
Why?
she got a player. They tear. Her job's at risk. She already know that. She got a player. She's got to show some growth to get players there. Ain't nobody. Everybody knows this girl has talent. That's never gonna be a question. What I'm saying to you is in this, and y'all say that Kim. Listen, when you get around a Kim Mulkey, you could do whatever you want. I just seen Kim Mulkey take players that had been headaches and problems before they got to her. And they got to her and they never had an issue. It'll be the same thing with her. You can go lash out and do all this stuff. When you get here, I'm paying you to be a bucket. Go be a bucket. All that other stuff ain't finna matter. I'm telling you, it just ain't. Now,
That
Gino
then to me,
ain't going for it. He ain't taking it.
for me, I don't know. I guess for me, if you don't have to be like that, then why be like that? Just show up.
Yeah.
But I see in the chat, Kiyomi's not the type of player to make the players around her better.
I gotta disagree with that. Because I've seen her elevate her AU team. And I just seen her elevate some players around her. The Rutgers, look who she's got to go up against. They're not going to get the talent. Look where Rutgers at. They're not. Ain't no player, no top player trying to go to Rutgers. That's the problem. That's the problem.
They got what's her name coming next year? What's the girl name? Precious Gemstone. What's her name, y'all?
But listen, she ain't going there if Kiyomi ain't there.
You think if Kiyomi is gone, Precious is gone?
Yeah, what you coming there for? You gonna be in the same situation.
I don't know.
But you gotta the thing about Kiyomi, you gotta really question her character because it's like, do you want to win or do you just want to be her?
Well,
Now that's the real question. Do you want to win or do you want to be just her? Because we all know your gifts and talents can get you to the WNBA. There's no question. But what else do you bring to the table? Do you bring the leadership? What else do you bring to the table? We know you got the handles. We know you can score. But what else can you do that contributes to winning? Because at the end of the day, what else do you bring?
So is she gonna get to LSU and play defense?
Said who really played defense on LSU?
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that.
Come
Don't
on,
do that.
man. What we
They
talking
play.
about?
They play some defense down there. They play some defense. They play us tough.
Hey, listen, I got this LSU game on. I'm telling you this right now. I got the LSU game on right now, rewatching the
Okay.
game right now, as we talking
Okay.
right now. And I'm watching it. I'm like, what we talking about? You mean to tell me Williams really out there playing defense? No, they just put her in the
Oh man,
face
come
to
on.
make it look like she
So
played
you
defense.
said her thing, the LSU's thing is just to try to outscore you. I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
Bro, I'm watching. Listen, I'm literally watching Williams play defense right now. Number 12 for LSU. They just put her on a sorry matchup, and she stands literally 5 to 7 feet off the girl and just let her make a move. Like that ain't defense.
I'm going back to watch. I'm in the Discord watching LSU after this after today's shows. I got it. I got to go look.
I literally got this LSU versus Tennessee game on right now, just for the simple fact, just to refresh what I was watching the other day.
Okay, this year LSU don't play defense. Last year, would you say they played defense?
They had to play defense. Shit.
Okay. So it's this. It's the difference between don't play and can't play. Wait, who can't play defense?
I'm not saying LSU can't play defense. I didn't say that. I just said they ain't playing defense. Like, but you also got to realize who are they playing against. Like, that plays a matter. If I know this, like, that's what y'all got to realize. Like, there's a difference in defense is all about effort. It's either you want to play it or you don't. I'm not saying everybody on LSU can't play defense because that's not true. Are they willing to?
They might not be as motivated to play defense against some of these cupcake teams that they playing against. But when they show up in CLA, they're gonna play some defense.
Listen to what I'm telling you. If I know that you can't beat me off the dribble, what is my motivation to really guard you?
They may take some plays off. I give you that. They may take some plays
off,
but they've been on cupcakes though. They've been on cupcakes. When they show up in CLA, they're gonna play defense.
But here's the thing. I'm watching the Tennessee game and they playing like this. So what motivates you?
LSU didn't believe that Tennessee could beat them, just like I didn't think Tennessee could beat them. I mean, that's real.
What I'm saying is, I'm not saying every kid on the team. I'm just saying certain matchups. When you watch certain people on the floor, right? When I watch Flage playing defense on the end, and I'm watching Williams, who's the leading scorer for them right now, play defense, it's night and day. But it's because look who the matchups are. Flage taking a more of a better matchup than Williams.
Flage usually gets smart. Flage usually is. Oh yeah. She's usually on the best or second best player on the floor.
Right.
For sure.
And you're not gonna put 12 in that because you need our offense. So it's just smart. It's smart coaching. So that's what I'm saying. When you talk about matchups and things like that, I'm looking at the totality of, all right, who matches up against who, because that's gonna tell you how the game really gonna be played out. But on Tennessee end, they don't really got smart coaching because they should be going at her, but they don't.
Yeah, I got you. No, I don't think are you solely talking about Williams?
No, I'm not solely talking about her. I'm just saying, I'm just looking at I'm just solely looking at when you talk about like things that could get you in a big game, those type of things, because when you're taking nights off against a Tennessee, that's going to come to play when you go against South Carolina. But is South Carolina going to do the same thing that Tennessee does? I'm not solely talking about her. I'm just using that example because that's what I'm watching right now. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think that it was like trashing LSU.
No, I ain't trashing LSU.
It's not about trashing LSU, y'all.
I'm not up for trashing no team. I'm just telling you what I see. That's all. You agree to disagree. I mean, that's what it is.
What team has surprised you?
I'll say Notre Dame because I thought Notre Dame would be a little bit better than what they are.
Really? You thought they would be better? Where you see them lacking at?
I didn't think they would have these many losses that they have right now. As I should say, I thought they would be. They got some They got some losses that I didn't think they would. Some teams that I didn't think they was gonna lose. So I think they would. But it's college for you.
Like the TCU game.
Yeah, definitely the TCU game. I didn't think they would lose to them. I just think they were just gonna blow them out the water. But it is what it is, man. It's college.
I expect them to blow them out the water. Okay, who else?
Outside of that, I mean, UCLA, they being UCLA, USC being USC. Ohio State's been Ohio State. SEC's been the SEC. And it ain't really been nobody that I really been looking at outside of like those teams though, that I can say like, man, that team surprised me.
Did you watch the Pittsburgh The Pittsburgh SMU game, the 52 point comeback.
Nah. Man, listen. Once the game go into a blowout mode, I start watching it.
They
Like,
came back. It was crazy. It was crazy. They had them beat, right? They came out and held them. They turned around and came out and held them to 10 points in the second half and won the game. It was. I never seen the team just fall apart like that. I mean, just totally fell apart. You could only come up with 10 points after dominating the team in the first half. That was shocking to see this season.
man, I would have found everybody NIL.
Not not everybody NIL start, but you
Everybody
have to start
NIL
with the
would have been
coach.
fine
You
that
have to
day,
start with the
boy.
coach. I mean, when the game was over, the Pittsburgh coach cried. It was he didn't see it coming.
Listen,
I mean, it
you could,
was
man. Ain't no way you go score from 42 points to score 10 points in a second. Come on, dog. Come on,
10
dog.
points. 10 points.
Come on, dog. Bro,
That's right. 0 in the third. 0 in the third. 10 in the fourth. That was
listen
more
to what I'm
crazy.
saying. You could have coached that team and y'all could have scored more than 10 points.
And y'all know I don't even X and O. I'm just, what do you know? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was that was an interesting one to watch. I mean,
Listen, we're sitting here talking about Division I basketball, and a team scored
right
10 points in the second half of a Power
in
Four
the NIL
basketball game in the
in the
NIL
NIL
era.
era.
Come
Yeah,
on, dog.
absolutely. In the
Everybody's
NIL
fine.
era. Fire.
Everybody's
I'll
fine.
fire people in a minute. I'll fire people in a minute. Let's go. But can we go back to South Carolina for a minute? Let's
Yeah,
go back to
yeah.
South Carolina. I want to talk Shania Fagan. I want to talk Shania Fagan. I want to know what you think about Fagan and how she's played since Ashland went down. And this, it's pray for two, play for two. So that's a boost and a focus that the team has been able to get around. On top of just the love that they have for each other. What do you thought about? What have you thought about what Shania has been able to do since Ashland went down?
I think she's ramped up everything in her game. Her energy, her effort, her wanting to be the dominant presence on the floor. When you look at it, she's taking on that role of it's me. I got to be her in the paint, offensively and defensively, crashing the boards, getting them extra possessions, just having that niche. So when I look at it, she's been that person that stepped up and like she's ready to go.
Listen, I'm believing in Fagan. I see her. I see her. I see her growing. I feel like her WNBA stock is growing. I love that she's showing off more of her offensive bag, like
Yeah,
the midi at the free throw line. Some of the passing that she's doing, the big passing is so underrated. I seen her throw a pass to Joyce, and then Joyce make a shot, and then she was like, "I got you." You know what I'm saying? Like we really finna get out here and work. I like the way. I love the way that she's leading. I'm really really impressed with Fagan. Although I've been saying all year this was gonna be her season to show out. So
and she's
I,
learning to play without fouling. That's one of the key
uh,
things. She's learning to play without fouling, which is allow her to be on the floor longer. So like when I'm talking about energy, is just being able to play straight up through body contact, not take fouls, not do anything. You don't see the fatigue stuff happening. So that's a real key for me is the longer you're able to stay on the floor, the more you can be a presence on the floor, and you're not the liability on the floor. She's the one that's bringing the spirit on defense, and that's what you love to see from a kid.
oh yeah, absolutely. I'm proud of the way that she's showing up. I'm proud of the way everybody's showing up. Uh, my Laser Food Wiley. I mean, I'm so impressed with the way Leia stepped up, and it's the little things. And I know people like she's still blowing layups, she still passes that.
She's getting better
Sometimes
defensively.
you wanna pull your hair out, but
She's
getting
getting
better
better defensively.
defensively, selling the fouls for me, selling the fouls, getting into the hustle plays, keeping her head in the game, getting back on defense, not getting caught up in not getting the foul call. Even though I see this kid there's so many fouls that could be called when ladies attacking the basket that aren't called. And I guess that'll come with as she continues to establish herself. The rest I think will look for it more. But like, what are you saying just out of her defensively and just as a leader in that spark? off the bench.
She's starting to get the little things. That's what's really been keeping her off the floor is the little things. And she's starting to figure out if I just do the little things, coach gonna play me. If I just do the little things, I'm going to progress and become a better player. It's not about now, it's about building for the future. And that's
Oh,
what
for
she's
sure.
starting to figure out. And that's what's always been the point with her. Like, we know your God given ability that you could go score. But we need the little things. You can't be a liability on the defensive end because now, no matter what you score, they getting it right back. And so when you start to go look at plus and minus, you can't continue to keep being a minus on the floor. And
Oh
so
no, you can't.
she's starting to figure that out. That the little things you could tell that she's watching film because she's starting to the things that you don't see her making the same mistake that you seen her make the game before. So that shows that you're watching film, that you're in a good headspace. You actually studying the mistakes and you're making and doing better things. So missing layups and all that, man, that's just part of the game of basketball. That's gonna happen. But what you
It drive me crazy. Every seem like so many teams miss bunnies. I don't understand this. Oh my gosh,
and
man, y'all just hit the square.
the thing that drives you the most is that these teams missing wide open. They ain't even contested layups, just missing wide open layups. Like, what are we doing?
Exactly. Staying with South Carolina, Matty Mouse. Um, I'm hoping that she's back. Uh, Here in the next few games. But what did you think about how Maddie was playing before she went down?
And just giving that a spark off the bench. I think with her being down has helped Raven's confidence even more. Because
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a different Jordan Raven since she went down. And you could tell the players are stepping up when players went down and their confidence starting to change. Maddie Mouse was one of those kids that you knew, hey, when she come in, she bringing that confidence. She coming to guard something. You know what I'm saying? So if she guarding, you better be guarding. And so that's what makes things pick up more. And you notice things more is when somebody's giving more effort, you start to notice other players and are they matching the effort? So with her, it's about the energy she just brings more than anything. Just bringing the energy to get the team going, and then not turn over the ball because that's key, right? As a miniature guard,
Oh
it's
man,
already tough for them to play at the P4 level, right? Because coaches don't want to recruit them. Let's just keep it a buck. They really don't,
right.
right? Because they think it's always going to be a matchup nightmare. But if you can go out and guard the basketball and not turn the basketball over, coaches they feel more comfortable playing you.
Oh yeah. I agree. So looking at the games we got coming up this week, first up Alabama. What's your expectations at Alabama?
Man, a 20 point blowout, just that simple. 20 point blowout. I just Alabama's about a year away from really competing, and they got a Colorado kid that they gonna have. I don't know how healthy she'll be next year, but they gotta. I like them better next year. This year they about a kid or two away. I expect a 20 point blowout.
And then Oklahoma. We got Oklahoma coming up.
That's gonna be an interesting game, but I don't know if Reagan Beer's gonna play that game. That's the thing about that one. Even if Reagan Beers play, I think they're gonna try to. I hope that they don't run the same game plan that they did against UCLA. I hope they don't do that. I hope they learn they lesson from that and just play Reagan Bears just straight up and put trust in their bigs because you got a multitude of bigs.
I
And
think we play them the way we play TCU. That
yeah,
big.
yeah. I don't. I just as long as they don't go with the game plan they did against UCLA, with the doubling down, which creating open shots. I think they'll be fine. They should win that game about 12 to 15 points.
Is that's with or without Reagan or either
It
way?
don't matter. Without her, it might be a 24. It might be 25 points. With Reagan
But
Beers,
does Oklahoma have another big? I think somebody keep telling me that they have another big that they put in there. Is there another big that
they
Oklahoma
got
have? Y'all
another
remind me.
big, but she don't impact the game like Reagan Beard just causes space. She just takes up space, right? But she can shoot it. She can score inside. But also Oklahoma doesn't do enough to make her impact player,
Okay.
right? They don't give her the ball enough. They don't throw the ball into her enough to make her an impact player. That's what I would say. But if Reagan Bears don't play, they in trouble. But the only thing they can say to them is making shots. Can they shoot the
Making
three?
shots.
That's the only thing they can
Well,
say.
but live by the three, die by the three that's always a risky approach.
Well,
It's always
I
a
mean, if
risky
you got
approach.
a post player, like the good thing with them is they got Reagan Beard, so it's like when they do throw it in, it's a team double down. It's a kick, and if the initial person doesn't have a shot, it's kick shot, right? Kick swing shot, I should say, in that sense. So she creates open shots for them. Now, when you take a Reagan Bears out, you're not really feared by that post person, so you're gonna play her straight up. So now, do you get those same open shots?
We gonna find out. I'm hoping we ain't giving up no open shots anyway, right? Like we wish for the opportunity. I think we're locked in. I think that pray for two, play for two took us to another level. And I think as we get more comfortable with the system that Dom is running without a dominant big in this big by committee and what those options are, I see the team's confidence going up. I've just been really impressed with the way we've been playing since Ashley went down. From the moment that she went down in that Mississippi State game, I think I think that was the Mississippi State game. Like the game was 34-26.
I mean, the
It
thing
was
that has impressed me is the bigs that's running, from free throw line to free throw line, like sprinting, not jogging, sprinting, which is causing
oh yeah.
great transition baskets, right? Those are the things that you've seen a real increase in since Ashland has went down is the increased level to understand that if you just run in transition, you're going to get the ball. If you just run in transition, you're going to create easier shots, open shots, and the game's going to be more free. That's what they learned.
Absolutely. You watch a lot of Big Ten basketball?
I only watch certain teams in the Big Ten.
Okay, I got two bigs I want to know about, but you probably ain't watched them because you watch Wisconsin, Penn State.
I don't watch either one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna send you two names.
But
I'm gonna send you two
I
names.
don't.
I want you to take a look at.
I don't watch them unless they're playing against the UCLA, unless they're playing against USC, and I'm watching Rutgers. I watch a little bit of Ohio State. I do watch. I have watched Michigan though. I have watched Michigan. And
No,
that's
it's a
because
6'6" big. It's a 6'6" big at Penn State. I want you to see Gracie
okay,
Merkel because I want to know what you think about her. And then the big at Wisconsin. She was Defensive Player of the Year for the Big Ten last year. Sarah Williams. Uh,
gotcha,
they getting up in their years. Sarah's a junior. Should she transfer? Take a look at her. Tell me what you think. I want to know
I
what you
got you,
think about their games. I love those two.
gotcha,
Um,
I got you.
Juju, USC. What have you thought about them since last time we talked?
Same old, same old. I mean,
Really?
I just don't. I don't think USC gonna get it. I just don't. Like,
Can they beat UCLA? I got
shit,
them at least. I got them beating UCLA.
if Juju put up 40,
Really? You think it's gonna take a 40 ball from Juju?
it's going. I'm gonna say this. It's gonna take at least 35. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh wow.
And the reason why I'm saying that is I know one thing UCLA gonna do. They gonna let Juju and they gonna let Kiki get theirs. Just ain't gonna let nobody else get theirs. But the
So
thing,
who do you?
but
Oh,
the thing,
who stops Kennedy Smith?
she's not really. But you got to think about it from. All right, so listen. You could their UCLA point guard against Kiki. That's like an even matchup. That's like a wash. That's why I don't even count it because that's a wash to me. They kind of present the same thing in a sense. That's kind of a wash,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
then you go to Kiki versus Juju. Juju's gonna win that matchup. Where UCLA got them is 3-4-5. Because USC really don't got a lot of bigs. And so what do
So
they
it's
do against Lawrence
Marshall
Betts?
and is it Marshall and Iriafen? That's they two bigs? Ray and
Yeah.
Marshall. Okay.
It's gonna come down to what do they do with Betts? Do they double Betts? Right? Because USC like to go small, and they like to have Kiki and Juju in a lot and go small. Well, you go small with Lauren Betts in there, she's gonna kill him on the glass.
I don't know who. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who is UCLA's point guard because I like Kennedy Smith.
The kid from overseas.
And Kennedy don't play point guard. Kennedy's is the wing. Is Kennedy the wing, right?
Yeah. No, she's not a point guard, but
I like the kid. I think she's gonna score. I think she could be a factor.
Yeah, but my thing is about her matchup, right? Because the point guard situation is gonna exit itself out, like between USC and UCLA, right? Juju's gonna outscore Kiki. I don't think
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think Kiki down low for USC. Her and Lauren Betts is gonna be an interesting matchup, right? That's gonna be the interesting matchup in a sense. I don't think Kiki's gonna guard Lauren Betts, but that's gonna be who's gonna give more, and that's who's gonna determine who's gonna win that game.
So, do you see UCLA putting Barker and Betts on the floor at the same time?
Yeah.
So for me that was the thing, right? So
they always do that.
It who guards Barker?
Right.
To me, Barker's the X factor for UCLA, not Betts. To me, Betts, you can cancel Betts out.
But see, she's always gonna be the X factor because they got a shooter in front of Baker. So once Baker comes in, now you want athletic, speed, running transition, but they also got a 6'4" shooter. That she was off when she played against South Carolina, but she actually is their best shooter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can slot her at the 3 and put Baker at the 4. That's when UCLA is at their real dangerous spot. Is when they go Lauren Betts at the 5, they put Baker at the 4, they put that 6'4" shooter out there with Kiki in that point guard. That's when they're the most dangerous. I don't think USC has enough scoring to match them when they go to that lineup. That's when they really kill people.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm here for it. But like I said, I think USC gets UCLA.
But see, here's the thing.
I think Juju gonna cook.
But here's the thing: USC don't got no bench. UCLA do.
They trying to develop their bench. I don't know. I heard Tebow is hurt. We gonna see. Their bench is young. I'll say that.
Yeah.
They bench is young. Oh yeah, if you watch UCLA tonight, you'll be able to see this big I'm talking about versus Betts.
Yeah.
Tonight. Merkel versus Betts tonight.
Yeah, because that's the thing when UCLA does have quality players coming out their bench that can go get you 15. They got 2 players that can go get you 15 a night if they really want to.
Oh, we got to see. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie. I see this question.
But think about it. All you gotta do is go back to when they played South Carolina. The 2 people that killed y'all. The 2 people off the bench. The little miniature point guard. That's 5'3".
But she ain't shot like that since us.
What I'm saying, she shows up in big time games. She don't show up in. I don't know what it is. She always shows up in big time games. When you watch her against these average teams, she don't do that. But when she go against these big time teams, she always shows up. And then you got Baker, who they added in the offseason from the transfer. I'm not saying she's consistent, but when it's time that they need her in big time games, she shows up.
We'll see. We gonna see.
It's definitely an interesting matchup. I just think I think the matchup gonna break even though. I don't think it's gonna be UCLA's gonna win one. USC gonna win one.
You got to split.
Yeah.
See, I think if Juju win at home, by the time they get on the road to play UCLA later in the season, USC, like Smith and those players, this freshmen, they'll be kind of like sophomores. They broke in, like they'll be more experienced. I think they're gonna be locked in. So
Yeah, but
I think USC could beat UCLA both times, but I would love for UCLA to be undefeated until we see them again.
my biggest thing though with USC is that they coach don't never trust their bench. She don't really like playing the bench a lot.
Mm.
She like to go real like 6, possible 7 deep. She don't really like to go into that bench. So it's like, how do you ever get your players better if you're not giving them opportunity to get game experience? Because you're gonna need them later in the season.
But she didn't have. She been forced to kind of play some of them, like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Lately,
they
but
got some experience that they wouldn't have got without the injuries, right? So
yeah,
maybe she'll trust them a little later in the season, hopefully.
yeah.
Let me see before we get ready to get out of here too. I think somebody had put a super chat on there on your side.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I seen that too.
Yeah, so Lawrence wanted to know before we get out of here, do you all feel that the WNBA is seeing the light on how to market itself? And does Dawn repeat? Yeah, I got Dawn repeating for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I the championship game should be UCLA versus South Carolina. That's what it should be. We'll see.
so
And I
I picked UConn SC was my call at the beginning of the season. We'll see.
I got South Carolina UCLA. That's who I had marked down for the championship game. And I think South Carolina will get UCLA the second time because I don't think they're gonna allow what they did the first time to happen. So we'll see. But the good thing about South Carolina is they're gonna see everybody that potentially could make the Final Four in championship game. They're gonna have been already seen them in the season. So
With the
that's the
except,
great
so
thing
do
about
you
it.
give Notre Dame a chance to get into the championship? I've been
No,
seeing a lot of people shifting towards Notre Dame, and that would be the team. Notre Dame USC would be the two that we
for
didn't
what
see
though?
this year.
For what? Notre Dame's already proven to you that I don't know. I guess I think
Oh,
it may
listen,
be.
I believe we beat Notre Dame. I don't believe that Olivia Miles makes a big enough difference to make up what we did to them in Paris. So there's that for me. But um, I seen a lot of the the sports uh experts saying calling for Notre Dame in the championship now.
The only reason,
Um,
but here's the you know how it always plays. It all plays about who's in their bracket, who's in matchup, who's in their bracket.
absolutely,
That so it's
absolutely.
like as much as you can say no, you can say yeah because they're going to probably more likely end up hosting. So who ends up in their region?
Hmm.
Now, when you break down who ends up in their region, they probably gonna get out their region. So now, who did they get? Who is they Elite Eight, Sweet 16, Elite Eight? Who's in that? Who's in that bracket?
Hmm.
And then once you see who's in that bracket, you can kind of like, oh yeah, they'll probably make it because they're probably gonna end up with Texas in their bracket, in the Elite Eight or Sweet 16. One of those two, they're gonna end up with them.
I think Notre Dame can beat Texas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they can
Yeah,
make it to the Final Four because I can see
yeah.
a team like Texas being in there, a team like Tennessee can end up being in there because
Hmm.
you're not going to put LSU and South Carolina. They're going to be opposites. Um, USC and UCLA are going to be opposites.
Of course.
So really, if you look at those four teams, then you got UConn. Um, who else would be and then Notre Dame would be pretty much your sixth, somewhere in your sixth in there. But I'm
Yeah.
missing a team. I'm missing a team that's playing very, very good right now. Did I watch? I'm missing somebody. But when you look at that, right, Notre Dame is going. Let's say they're gonna have Notre Dame probably have whoever the sixth best team is. That's who Notre Dame gonna end up because Notre Dame is probably gonna end up getting the third or fourth seed. So they're gonna probably end up getting whoever the third or the fourth best. Yeah, so we'll see.
I got it. I got it. And then the other part of that question: do you feel the WNBA is seeing the light on how to market itself?
Yes and a no. I don't think they're fully taking advantage of it right now. Now
Yeah, I don't.
I
But
do like the unrivaled thing, but I don't think they fully taking advantage of it.
you don't feel like Unrivaled is taking advantage of it, or the WNBA is taking advantage of it?
The WNBA,
How
like
you think they could capitalize on it?
they should be like for y'all to have something in the United States, a league that's in the United States, that this thing should be blowing up. Like this is the hottest thing smoking right now. I mean, pushing people to want to watch it. Like, yeah, if you don't follow WNBA, you really don't even know that they got a league over here, right? A 3-on-3
Mm-hmm.
league. So it's like, what are you doing marketing wise to help Branch, right? Because it's about to start. So what are we doing
Yep.
to really get it going? What are we really doing to blow it up? Like WNBA should
I
be trying
think
to blow that up.
I think they see it as competition.
It shouldn't be though. It shouldn't be though
I
because
think they see it as competition.
one thing it's doing is keeping your players in the United States and not playing overseas. And not having
But could
running
it
the risk of your players not being able to get back to the United States in time.
could it have some players just want to grow up to play Unrivaled though? When you look at like the equity, and I don't know that every player will get equity in the league. I know these first ones did, but even the starting salary and everything.
I think more what it is that certain players are not playing in it. So the WNBA ain't really trying to get behind it. Because then
Okay,
it's like they picking a side.
okay, okay.
Because you know
I
what
mean,
I mean?
they didn't get behind the eight. They didn't get behind Athletes Unlimited either. You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah.
They don't partner very, but I also don't feel like the WNBA partners really well with college hoops either. Like they should be
No.
doing more just to tell the stories of the players, and I think they could do that part with Unrivaled too. Just if it's nothing else, like you said, with just saying like, "Hey, this thing is here and it's going on when we not playing." So, but
I,
at the same
I'll
time,
say
from a
this.
business standpoint,
I'll
I
say
don't know
this.
that I would have let my players go play in Unrivaled as a WNBA.
I'll say this. If there was one player play in there and they had a true rivalry, the WNBA would get behind it. But that person's not playing in there.
Well,
Because
it,
you gotta think about it from the WNBA side. They looking for the business side of it.
mm-hmm.
And what's gonna drive more is seeing a bunch of rivals play against each other, right? And I think, yeah, you have it because you got Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese playing against each other 5 times in the WNBA, which is crazy to me that you play 5 times against each other
Oh yeah, yeah.
in the regular season, right? That's just going overkill with the situation. Because now you don't make those games meaning they don't mean nothing like they should because you're overplaying the situation.
Oh,
So
but they're gonna keep playing, but they're gonna keep playing up the villain part of it.
yeah,
So it'll, but this is the other part, and this is why I don't think the WNBA is learning how to market itself, right? Like they, they don't do anything in the off season to help build interest in their product at all.
but
Nothing in the off
they're
season.
gonna
It's
be
like
ready.
basketball stop and they stop. Like they go on vacation too. Like no, you're not on vacation. This is a year round thing that you need to be doing. But I see people more excited to see what's going on in China, what's going on with these players are sending back from overseas than
Man, listen,
what's
you
going on in the dub. And this is an exciting time for the dub. So
you
to
see
me,
more
they letting us down.
you see more film being shown on like players from overseas and what they doing. Like right now, if you go on the internet, you'll see what's the name from the Aces. They've been cut twice. That she played on Indiana. You'll see her film on X everywhere before you see anything about Unrivals. No reason why you see something about Unrivals on the internet is because Angel Reese and the point guard making TikTok videos.
It ain't even just them. I mean, it's so much. They pushing out Unrivaled is pushing out a lot of content. Their Unrivaled is sharing the stories and the insight, and they're doing a great job of sharing it. But when you look at compared to on a global stand from a global standpoint, not a
It
lot
ain't
of
reaching
people,
nowhere.
not a lot of people know.
Yeah,
Not a lot of people know.
it's not reaching nowhere. And the thing about it is that if it was reaching somewhere, you would get more foreign players trying to come over and play in it.
Oh,
Queen
we'll see.
Airport,
We got
thank
to
you.
see. I think people are waiting to see too what happens. What happens this season? I think people are kind of waiting to see what does it look like.
Yeah, but that's where they dropped the ball at though. Like, if you're really trying to grow the brand, like the WNBA should have been partnering with Unrivaled, say, hey, listen, let's go get a crop of overseas players that we think has potential to go play in the WNBA, and
I
let's
think
bring them over here.
but Unrival's plan was I don't want to partner with you. I don't like how you do business. I'm setting this up to show you how we
Oh,
as
for sure,
basketball players want to do business. So
for
if you
sure.
don't want to, if you're not interested in that, man, we don't need y'all money. We went and got a
This,
better TV deal than y'all got. We went and got we had to turn our investors off. We had to start telling people no, we don't want your money right now because
man,
we need to see what we got going on here. We don't want y'all facilities. We built the facility. So
I
from
think
that standpoint,
Arrivals did it the best because it's showing you that, listen, if you just invest and put everything into the facilities and into your team, how much better the product can be. And that's all you hear the WNBA players talking about. Like, what, we don't got to go nowhere. Like, yeah, we in training camp, but we ain't got to go nowhere. We got the massages, we got the training tables, we can eat, we got personal chefs here. We can sleep, we can do all these different things, and makeup and all that stuff, and everything is here. So what do we need to go somewhere outside to pay somebody else?
exactly,
So
exactly.
Rivals is just laying out a blueprint. Now, how smart is the WNBA to follow the blueprint? Because if they follow the
They
blueprint,
won't.
guess what? Guess what happens? You're able to expand and you're able to have a better TV deal.
Yeah, I don't think that they follow. I don't think
They're
they.
not.
I don't think that
You,
they're gonna follow.
you know why they're not going to follow? It's because they're trying to follow behind the NBA, and the NBA is different. Like you're trying to follow a blueprint that markets men instead of marketing women.
Exactly.
And if you start to understand and just talk to the people that's in your league, they could tell you how to get the answers faster for you to be able to grow the league, for everybody to make more money. So then these players don't have to go anywhere.
Oh
The
yeah, they
only
got
reason why
tired of
these
you.
players have to go overseas is because y'all do bad jobs in marketing.
They did well. The other thing is too is the players got tired of trying to tell them how it was gonna
Yeah.
go. So they decided to do it on their own.
But
But
guess what?
what
You gotta
what you got?
change. You gotta change because the better product is about to hit the league. There's more skill. They can shoot better. They can do more things better. That could bring light to the game. So you got to change. You got to get out your own way. And the WNBA is just in their own way.
Oh, absolutely. What you got
But
before we get ready to
also,
get out of here?
but also to me, I think that never mind. I'm gonna leave that for another. We're gonna go. We'll talk about it another day.
No,
I'm gonna leave it
no,
alone.
go ahead, go ahead.
I'm gonna leave it
No,
alone
go
because
ahead.
I can go in on WNBA right now. I can go in for
Okay,
me.
we gonna
But we're
talk
gonna leave that for another
WNBA.
day.
We gonna talk WNBA next week. I gotta get ready, get out of here, get ready for the CC show, y'all. What you got before we get ready, get out of here? What you got
Hey
going
man,
on the rest of the day?
it's glad to be back. Y'all see me sometime this week. Man, I just been out, been sick as a dog. But man, I'm glad to be back. Y'all know the Colorado show's coming, so y'all just stay tuned, hit that notification bell. So when I go live, y'all know because the show's coming.
Make sure y'all following Rob the Man Media, y'all. Make sure y'all following Rob the Man Media. We are back. We going up for 2025 Wednesday, Hot Take Wednesdays at noon. Make sure y'all tune in. Rob, appreciate you. Y'all know what it is. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. We out.